All right. Hello, Lori Ballou, functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner. And I want to talk today about how I saved my life, not just lost 100 pounds as a woman over 50. And I think that is relevant in what I've been thinking about all week this week, and how I don't just have a weight loss program. That was my journey that I started at, but I saved my life. And the method and this program that I created that has helped my brother reverse and reduce his risk for diabetes and get off all medications, that saved my life, that allowed me to lose 100 pounds and keep it off permanently in menopause as a woman over 50. I accomplished that. I tried my whole life to find that path, to find my solution. And the information wasn't there when I was searching, but the information is now here and it's in me. It's part of my lived experience and it's part of my purpose. I am living my purpose. This is the purpose I am living. I am anchored in this process of serving women over 50 to help them reclaim the second half of their life, to live life instead of letting yourself be sick. And that is why I have been thinking about this all week, because you can look at this as a phrase that has been coming up in my mind is we can choose our hard now, or we could choose our hard later. And what that means is we can choose to make lifestyle shifts and modifications and reset our metabolism and choose to live life in a direction that actually brings us health rather than just sitting back and letting life just kind of whiz by. I did that in the past and it was horrible. I look back and I feel so guilty. I don't want to live like that. And I know nobody really wants to live like that, but our brain is kind of designed to actually try to do the easy, to not look at things that are hard and to avoid them. How many times have we avoided the gym or getting out and exercising or finding all these excuses to not do something because it's hard? We have to push ourselves. We have to make ourselves go do something. And so when we're making diet shifts, lifestyle shifts, when we're trying to look at what's the best path to be healthy so that we can have the life that we want to live, all of a sudden it feels hard. I mean, I have to stop eating wheat. I can't eat sugar. You mean I can't eat the stuff that makes me feel comfortable, that I like? You know, those are all things that can make it feel hard. And so as I've been thinking about this all week, I wanted to bring it up because I have saved my life living the life in the moment and making the lifestyle shifts and looking at the opportunities and educating myself around what can I do. The way I was living to me felt hard. I wanted that part easier. And so by the time I was ready to make this dive into a low carb lifestyle, I was searching for my weight loss solution and I was ready. I had already done the HCG diet and it worked, and then it didn't work, and then I gained all the weight back. I'd already done the fat-free diet. It worked, and then it didn't work, and I gained all the weight back. I'm still on that merry-go-round of weight gain, which I hated. How many people have you been there? Have you been on that merry-go-round of weight loss, weight gain, and just feeling miserable in your body? And then you've got how many different sizes of clothes in your closet because you can't wear them because all of a sudden you got fat again. I've been there, done that. I was afraid to look in mirrors because I was thinking, okay, I'm just going to gain the weight back. And so that to me was hard. And I love how Dr. Amen says, and he's a brain psychiatrist and brain doctor, and he's kind of gone from mainstream medical to functional health and nutrition. And he says you got to protect your brain. And you want to choose your hard now. So if you choose your hard now, life is easier in a year from now, in 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Set that vision, make that goal. What do you want for your life? And so what I wanted for my life was to be slender, to feel comfortable in my body, to wear the clothes that were in my closet. And when I found my weight loss solution, I didn't realize I'd found my diabetes solution too. My dad died from diabetes. I had an older sister that died from the diabetes, and she was 400 pounds. She couldn't do it. She didn't do the hard. It was easier to just be stuck where she was. And I feel for that. And I feel for anybody who feels stuck. It's hard when you feel stuck. But we also want to look beyond and see what we can do, and where maybe is there a guide or a traveling health adventure coach like myself who can guide you away from that cliff. Because you want to look at this as you're on an adventure, you're traveling, and you want to have the best time of your life. That's your life. And so a lot of the times when we go on a trip, we hire a guide. We hire a tour agency, and we invest in the trip of a lifetime to have an amazing time. But what if you can do that with your life? And you can. So you can look at this as a health adventure experience where you can actually get a guide and get away from the cliff edge and turn back into living life healthier than it was before, because there are things that you can do. And you get to choose the destination that you want if you want to take it. And that is what I call reclaiming the second half of your life as a woman over 50, choosing health as your wealth, choosing your hard now so that life is easier later, and so that you could turn off the disease-causing genes in your body, flip that switch off, and get yourself a metabolic reset and start to create the life that you want to live. And each day it becomes easier. As you make the action changes, it becomes easier. And that's what's so exciting about it. You want to look at it as opportunities of what you can do so that you can have your best life now. I've had clients come into me and they're turning 50 or they're turning 60, or it's their birthday, whatever age they are, and they want to have this staycation health adventure experience to get their weight loss solution, because they're also looking for a disease solution. They don't want to have diabetes. Maybe they have pre-diabetes or high blood pressure or some kind of condition. They know they've got insulin resistance. And a lot of the times my clients are coming to me because they've tried things. They're biohackers. They've been in action and they haven't quite found their full solution, and they want to get it done this year. I have somebody who signed up just for her 50th birthday, and another one who signed up for their 60th birthday for a health freedom in retirement. And because if you feel like your body's falling apart, it might be. It might be. But what if you can stop that? What if you can save your life like I did? Like I saved my brother's life. I helped him save his life. And I feel like I'm helping my clients choose life, choose to live life and save their life. Because if you get on the right diet and lifestyle, you actually can create 10 to 20 more years of quality life or more. I'm only 61. I can live till I'm 100, and I can live to 100 healthy. And a lot of people are choosing to do that now. And at this point, what we're missing is nutrients, perhaps, the right diet, hormone replacement and replenishment, grounding in sunlight. What is it that our body needs? And those are some of the things that I help my clients figure out. Because what if you can actually detect the big C, the big D before it sets in? That's easier than living life hard. So that's something that is, if you do your hard now, life is easier later because you've actually flipped that disease switch off. That's what I did. What if you can prevent all of that so that life is easier later, even if it feels hard to stop doing what you're doing in the moment and actually push yourself to make a few changes, like not eating grains, not eating the wheat, not eating the sugar because they turn on your disease causing switches. They don't tell you that. And I'm going to tell you that because I turned mine off. This is called epigenetics. That's why my program is different than standard diet programs for weight loss. I am not giving you a super weight loss program. I am guiding you into rebuilding your health and your life for natural, permanent weight loss. How would you like to lose weight? One more time, the very last time. Finally find your weight loss solution and realize that you have more energy, no brain fog, feel better than you've ever felt before, turn off the disease, turn off the depression, live life and get out there and have a blast, because you know what? You only have this one life. How would you like to live it as the health adventure and to really get out and live life? That's what you want to do. That's what I am doing. So that's why I wanted to focus on this, choosing your heart now so that life is easy later, because we actually get to choose that. We get to make a vision, we get to create a dream, and we get to implement it. And as your traveling health adventure practitioner, that's what I help you do. I help you implement the steps so that you get the results that you want. We get to collapse the time and do this now, this year, so that you get to live again and to live the way you want to, because you don't have to live suffering, tired, and exhausted. I used to be there. That was me. See that? That was me. Can you see that? I'm actually streaming onto YouTube at the same time. So this was me. I think I was only 200 pounds here. I got up to 225 pounds. I was always depressed. I was always miserable. I feel like I let my children down because I wasn't there as a mom for them when they needed me to be there. And it breaks my heart to this day to think that I was not there for them. I have, my eye is just a little itchy. Hold on one moment. We're never perfect, and we're not perfect on camera, but I did get dressed up for you in this cute pink dress, and I'm wearing my garnets today because it makes me happy to wear my garnets. And here's my bracelets. This is me. This is my personality. I want to tell you that when you choose your heart now, you don't have to do it by yourself. I help you implement it. That's what I do. That's my program. And I'm saving lives. And I'm not going to say that lightly, because when I look at the lab tests that I run and I could see the healing opportunities that my clients needed that were hidden from them, we can then give them that metabolic reset and open up those weight loss blocks and get the body to heal naturally so they're losing weight. All of my clients are losing weight. It makes me so happy to see them tell me they're down 1 pound or 2 pounds every week. If you're down 1 pound a week, that's 4 pounds a month. In 6 months, that's 24 pounds. You can do this too. So I can't say that you're going to lose 50, but I know somebody who did. And I can't say that you're going to lose 30, but I know somebody who did. And I've got a client that's on schedule to lose 30 pounds. And she will, because she feels better than she's ever felt. And this is what she wants. And she's content. And she's creating the lifestyle that she wants to live for health freedom in her retirement, because she's retiring in June. I'm super excited for her. And I build a relationship with every single one of my clients. And so I want you to know too, that if you book a health adventure strategy call with me, I don't do hard sells. Don't just make the call. Don't just schedule the call and not show up. I'm here for you, and I'm going to show up for you, and I'm going to be there in service of you and ask you questions. But I'm never going to push my program on anybody who isn't ready to do it. But if you want to come in and meet me and find out what it is all about and get the presentation, I will give it to you, and I will show up 100% for you. Some people make these appointments and then they don't show up. And that breaks my heart because I feel like I've lost that person. When all I want to do is serve you and help you as a woman over 50 get your life back on track and help you live again, live your best life, turn off those disease causing switches, give you that metabolic reset, find out what your metabolic chaos is, put you back together again like Humpty Dumpty. I'm here to save lives. This is not trivial for me. I saved my life, not just lost 100 pounds, but I couldn't have lost 100 pounds without saving my life the way I did. Let me tell you what I have dodged and what I have corrected in my body. I used to have depression, it's gone. I suffered with allergies from 1990 all the way up to from my 30s all the way up to my 50s. And now I have a little bit of a reaction. I think I reacted maybe for 3 days with a little extra mucus, but it was gone in 3 days. It wasn't so bad. I didn't even take an allergy pill. It was gone in a couple of days. No wheezing, no asthma. I threw away my breathing machine. No longer have to get on an inhaler. No longer have to get on prednisone. No longer have to suffer with sinusitis and bronchitis. I never suffer with congestion when I sleep either because I no longer have any mucus because I don't eat the foods that were sensitive to my body that caused the mucus. And so that's the big thing that people don't know about. Are you aware that mucus in your body are food sensitivities and you're reacting with inflammatory response of mediators and antigen reactions in your body systemically, causing the pain and inflammation? And you want to correct those. That's why I am offering a new pop-up special, which I'm going to talk about later. So no more asthma, no more depression. And my knees were going bad. They were sore. I remember them creaking. I remember them getting sore. And 8 years ago or 9 years ago, I walked down for my first time down into the Grand Canyon. Excruciating knee pain, but I hobbled all the way down and I did it. Took me a long time, but I got there. Hiking up was fine, but walking down was excruciating. And I had another friend and a client that happened to her as well. And for both of us, the low carb method, doing it the way I've designed, and over time, your body's inflammation stops because you're not eating the food you're sensitive to. No more knee pain. I'm stronger. I have more muscle now than I've ever had. My legs are strong and healthy. I don't have any spider veins. My legs probably look like they're 40-year-old legs. And I remember the first time I walked down the Grand Canyon, I saw this 70-year-old lady. This is my goal. This is who I want to be. 70-year-old lady that had legs like a 40-year-old, hiking past me up the Grand Canyon, the Bright Angel Trail, without stopping. 70 years old, with her son. Her husband was too old to do it anymore, but her son was with her. And that's a goal to have. That's living life as a health adventure. When you can walk down the Grand Canyon and come right back out. When you get strong enough to do that, that's living. And you know what? It might feel hard when you don't feel good, and it might feel hard when you're still building up your muscles, when you're still practicing this lifestyle change. But this lifestyle that you're designing is going to be yours. The lifestyle that I designed for myself is mine. I like hiking. I want to get outside and be outside all day long. So if I could get myself to the Grand Canyon and be outside all day long, if I could get out to Bryce or to Zion or to Yosemite and spend the whole day outside wandering, that's what I like to do. That may not be what you want to do. So you get to create your life. You might just want to go on an amazing vacation in Europe and have the best energy that you can have and not have to search out bathrooms because you have IBS and diarrhea. You want the best health you can have so that you could live life vibrantly and feeling beautiful and wearing the clothes that you want to wear, that you could wear something cute and start developing muscles. My shoulders are starting to look amazing. I like how I look, and it feels good. It feels good, ladies. You get to create the life that you want to have, because that's when you choose your hard now to make life easier later. That's what this subject is about. How I didn't just save my life and lose 100 pounds. I get to live. And let me tell you another story about what I don't have. I no longer have elevated blood sugar. I no longer have my genes turned on for disease-causing genes, so I'm no longer pre-diabetic. I reversed my risk for diabetes, which is where I was headed, because I had pre-diabetes for over 20 years. And now I had food sensitivities my whole life. I didn't know. Medical system needs to tell you guys this, but they don't do medical health like that. They only do sick care. If you're sick, go to the medical system. They'll patch you back up, give you a Band-Aid, give you a pill, but they won't solve the underlying root cause of food sensitivities, gut dysfunction, digestion, detoxification, stagnant detoxification, parasites in your intestinal tract, bacteria in your stomach, and a gallbladder that might not be functioning, and metabolic chaos. So one of the first things that I do with my clients is I give you a metabolic reset. I give you a metabolic analysis, and we look to see what's going on in your body. You could have 300, 500 symptoms. I'm going to look at that and see where is the biggest concern for you. What are the hardest symptomology that you're having? And then we're going to run 5 diagnostic labs to find out where your hidden healing opportunities are and your weight loss blocks. And I'm going to find out what your food sensitivities are and try to hold your hand and show you and educate you and empower you to choose foods that don't hurt your body. Sure, it's going to be hard initially. It's always hard when you have to give up food that you normally eat that makes you feel good and is easy to do. But what if life can be easier in a year from now, in 6 months from now, in 30 days from now, because you made these hard changes, you made these action plans, but you know what? They're not really as hard. They feel hard in the mind. When we think about it, we're like, oh my God, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. I mean, I feel like that with my business sometimes. I'm like, oh my God, I got to do that. So many things I got to do for my business, right? And it's hard, but I have to push through it because I want to be in service of women over 50. I'm anchored in this process. I'm living my passion. I'm living my purpose. This is my pain to purpose to passion. And it's my promise as a health detective and a traveling health adventure practitioner that if you have a dream and you want to implement this and you want to get off that cliff edge and go back into life and live it the best life that you can and get 10 to 20 more years of your life, it is my promise that I will guide you. That's what I do. If that's your vision, I want to take you there. If you want to work with me, all you got to do is get on a call, get to know me. I'm going to ask you questions, and I'm just going to ask you what your goals are. What's going on in your body? What do you not want to do? What do you want to have? How are you feeling, and how do you want to feel? This is not hard. You get to talk to me and listen, and I get to talk, and we get to listen to each other for an hour and 15 minutes. And you know how often we actually have this one-on-one time with each other or with anybody? How often do you get to just talk to somebody for an hour? It doesn't happen very often. We can be very lonely in our lives. We have a lot of social media. We are connecting through social media more so than in person. And it is still a virtual call, but I'm here as I'm in these lives with you, sharing myself, my story, and my lived experience because it matters to me. And I have invested a huge amount of money into my business, but this is my investment in myself because I have a vision. I have a mission to empower women over 50 to reclaim the second half of their life and to have health freedom in retirement, to live their best life. And this is longevity, ladies. This is at reverse aging. Do you want to know how to make your face look beautiful? I know those tricks. Do you want to know how to get rid of the visceral fat that's hanging around your face and your neck and your rib cage and your belly? I can help you with that. And I get together with you once a week, ask you what's going well, what are your wins, what are your needs, and I'm educating you on diet, rest, exercise, movement, stress, circadian rhythm, toxins, grounding sunlight, and everything that you specifically need. And when I hear what you need and I know what you need, then I'm going to give it to you. And I'm going to be there to support you. And so when we run those 5 diagnostic labs, we're going to find some things to be able to correct. And so this is part of creating a health adventure lifestyle, is looking at opportunities to fine tune and biohack your life, to figure out what's going on inside your body and give your body a tune-up. Now, you take your car in to get a tune-up all the time. Why wouldn't you do that for your body? And so we don't always know what we need to do. And that's why you work with a coach. I have mentors. Let me see. I have 1, 2, just finished with another. I have 3. I have 4 mentors. Because this is a big job. This is the biggest thing I've ever done. This is harder than losing the weight. And I want to be able to be here for you. And that's why I'm doing it. Because it matters to me. Sure, life can be easier in the moment to keep doing what we're doing. But what if we could choose to go in a different direction and not look at it as choosing our hard, but looking at it as opportunities to actually stretch, grow, change, and learn something new. When you learn something new, you grow your hippocampus. Somebody was saying, I'm a free spirit. I'm like, am I a free spirit? I feel like I'm an adventurer. I hear women say they're afraid to do things or go places by themselves. But I'll get on a car and I'll drive a 2-week road trip by myself to go out and explore. Because to me, that's exciting. And I grow my hippocampus. When you get out of your stress zone, when you get out of the house, when you go outside and explore the world and do something different, you grow in your hippocampus. How would you like to reverse the risk for Alzheimer's? You can. I know some tricks. I continuously research, listen, and learn for myself, for my clients, and because it's my hobby. And you know what? It's exciting. And I'm learning more about hormone replenishment now. That is my segue into a woman over 60, is to getting my hormones balanced. I'm trying new products. I'm learning the Quicksilver process. And we need this. And if we don't get this, we have more cardiovascular risk. We have more Alzheimer's disease risk. We lose our bone mass. And these are shown in studies. And so it's not that we need to be afraid of hormone replenishment. What we need to be afraid of is our body detoxifying. I'm looking at the labs from my clients and I see stagnant detoxification. It isn't happening. You cannot throw hormone replenishment on top of detoxification. That isn't happening. And so you need to run a Dutch lab, a Dutch hormone test, and a GI map test, and the Fluids IQ metabolic panel. Those 3 tests gave me huge, immense insight into a client that's been struggling for 5 years. That's why she came to me, so she could get this information. And I found it. And I found more information with both labs with another client, and the Dutch and the GI map were correlating with what's going on in her body. And yet, from herself, she's just looking at, I'm controlling blood sugar. I just need accountability. I just want to lose the weight. Okay, those are all amazing. That's what gets us started. That's what we get excited to do, right? That's what we want to do. But what's going on under the hood? We don't even know. We don't know what's growing in there. We don't know what the big C is happening in there. We don't know what could be happening because we didn't flip off that disease switch. And so when we actually stop eating sugar, we flip our sugar switch off. We flip off those disease switches. We give ourselves a metabolic reset. That is what my holistic low carb method is doing. It's giving you a metabolic reset, because all disease starts from insulin resistance, and it is the precursor to all the diseases. And these diseases that we have are lifestyle diseases, and they're preventable. And what you want to do is support your metabolism so you don't have metabolic dysfunction, and you want to support your healthy your healthy mitochondria. Your mitochondria are your ATP energy production system. And they are your energy drivers. They give you energy, and they're all over your body. They're in your brain. They're in your heart. And so the goal is to make them stronger. And so when we get the right lifestyle dialed in, we're doing all of these things and getting it all corrected. And it's not really as hard as you would think it would be. It feels hard in the moment. That's why you want to have your hand held. That's why you want someone to guide you. Because I just went over a lab with somebody, and it was hard for her to see her food sensitivities. And it was hard for her to think, but you know what? This is what I told her. I said, that is your immune system, which is crashing, and you feel it. And you're exhausted, and you know you're falling apart. And what if you stopped eating these foods for 30 days? And you reduce that whole antigen and mediator response in the body that's causing inflammation, that has inflammation turned on full speed like a spigot. Just look at a sink with the water turned on, and your inflammation is like in a bucket. Well, you turn that spigot on and the water's overflowing and it's falling out. You can't stop it. It's all inflammation systemically throughout your body. If you continue to eat the foods that you are sensitive to, you will have systemic inflammation, leaky gut, and autoimmunity sets in. What if you could flip that switch off? What if you could turn off that drain and stop that inflammation and the pain? I did. My brother did. My clients are doing it because it can be done. But if you don't know what to do, that's where it's hard. So I make it easy. I can make it fun. I build a relationship with you, and I guide you where you need to go. And so it's really fills my heart up when I post those weekly wins for my clients. This is coming from my heart because I'm celebrating too. I'm celebrating them, and I'm celebrating the fact that I get to do this with them, because it's exciting to know that we can make these changes. And so I'll have my clients run 5 diagnostic labs, and I help you implement what we find in there weekly so that you could get the health that you want. And yeah, it's an investment. It's a staycation. What if you could do your staycation and your health adventure experience this year, and by the end of the year, you can plan an amazing vacation in a smaller size and do a closet audit, throw out those big clothes forever because you're never going back into them. That's what I did. I took out most of the clothes out of my closet. And when I did, somebody gave me some petite size 8s that fit me just perfect. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. Thank you so much. I am so grateful to get used clothes that are in good shape that make me feel good. And I actually had to go shopping last year because I didn't have any clothes in my closet that fit. Everything was too big. So how would you like to have that problem? You can have that problem. My client was just telling me that some pants that she could barely pull up, now she wears, but they're too loose. And so you may be going through clothes so fast, you're going to have to find somebody to give you some new clothes because it happens all the time. But what else happens? You're going to turn off that disease-causing switch. Let's find out what's going on in your body before it's too late, because that's when it gets hard. Life is not easy when you're struggling with a disease. You want to reverse it, or basically you want to prevent it. When you can prevent it and support your and give yourself a metabolic reboot, life gets easier and you get to live life the way you want to have it. And sure, you might be on to the next thing all the time. You only get 6 months to a year with me, depending on what you choose to do. But I've got a client I'm working on, and she's been troubleshooting her health for a while, and we've narrowed it down last night. It was so exciting to figure this out. Oh my, she was so excited and empowered to think, maybe this is what's happening inside my body. Now we've got a direction to check out and to do. Excuse me. That's what's exciting. You want to get excited. You want to be exploring life, exploring your body biologically, and figuring your body out epigenetically. Like, what can you do? How can you save your life? What can you do to save your life now, this year? Not just lose the weight. Don't look at this as a weight loss process. Yes, you will get weight loss if you do 100% implementation in the holistic low carb method. Follow the diet plan. Follow your food sensitivities. Use the supplements that I suggest for you. Yes, they're an investment, but they're just a one-time investment. And then you readjust that and course correct on a weekly or monthly basis so that you get the health that you want to design. You could do it slower and not do that implementation that I suggest, but then you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. And so you want to come into this knowing that it is an investment, and I'm not the most expensive investment out there, but this is for you. You're not just investing in me, you're investing in you. We are going to be a partnership. I am your practitioner. So you get to save your life. You get to choose the weight loss that you want. I helped my brother save his life. I couldn't help my sister. Her brain wasn't there. She couldn't do it. But I'm trying to help anybody around me who wants to be helped. I had developed this this framework. You see it here. You see it better on YouTube. I'm streaming to 2 different sites. What I really liked about this is the circle here is your weight loss and diabetes solution. And then this here is reclaiming the second half of your life for reverse aging, because that's what this process is. Did you know that you could reverse age? And it's my holistic low carb method, and we're using diagnostic labs, and you're going to be getting personalized nutrition and holistic lifestyle management. Don't underestimate accountability. Don't underestimate the power of 2 people looking at the blind spots and figuring out what needs to happen next so that you get the solution that you're looking for. That's powerful. I am really good at what I do. I was so excited last night when I was talking to my client and we were getting her breakthrough and getting her to understand the inflammatory load on her body. Did you know that if you have pain in the bottom of your elbows, that is inflammation? And she was thinking, and I might have had that thought in the past too, that there's something wrong with your bones. But it's not. It's inflammation. It could be loss of bone. You could have butter bones, and if you have butter bones because you didn't have the right diet, and you could be standing up in the kitchen and fall down and break several bones, well, that's it. You don't have much life left after that happens. How about preventing that? Making strong bones, creating muscle synthesis, getting the life strong, get your body strong to weather the second half of your life. The second half of your life can be just as long as the first half if you choose to do this. And with luck on our side, that we don't get hit by a truck, that something doesn't happen, stress happens, things happen. There is no guarantees in life, but we want to live our best life for as long as we have that chance to do. But as far as I'm concerned, I have another 40 years of life to live at 61. I don't feel 61. Do I look 61? One of the things that I'm grateful for is to not have the fat around my neck anymore. The more I listen to Dr. Sean O'Mara, the more he talks about visceral fat. And he said in one of his YouTube videos or one of his reels how women look unattractive when they have fat on their face and around their neck. And it isn't just because they're overweight, it's because it's visceral fat that makes you look unattractive. And as a woman that's 61 and dating, I'm divorced, and I look at men, I'm looking at that face. If I see inflammation, I'm completely turned off by it because I can see it as inflammation. And it breaks my heart all the time to see somebody suffering when they don't have to, when we can actually run a lab test and see where your body is going. If you have your estrogen levels elevated when they're not supposed to be, and cancer is turned on when that elevation is overextended, and you're building up DNA damage in your body, your lab results will show that on your Dutch test. I've seen it, and it breaks my heart. But I'm so glad that I'm working with the clients to be able to get that to correct itself. It gives you time back. It gives you the direction to go in, and it gives you life back. It gives you a chance to live life better and just live life easier, to turn off the hard, because you don't have to suffer. Nobody has to suffer, but we have to make lifestyle choices to create the dream and the vision that we want to live. So I created my health adventure lifestyle, and I'm teaching it to the women out there who want to work with me, the women over 50, because that's my demographic, and those are the women who want to work with me because you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. I've been there, done that. breaks my heart again, like I said, that I wasn't there for my children because I had anxiety, I had depression, I was overweight. I couldn't get my brain to function. I couldn't. All I was waiting for was them to grow up and get out of the way. That was breaks my heart. But we get to live life and choose the life that we want. As we get older and when we're 50 and we're empty nesters and we have a new life ahead of us, we get to make changes. We can't change the past, but we can go forward and change the future. Oh, I've been meaning to tell you that today I am pain-free, living active. I have a new mission and I'm living my purpose. I can walk 24 miles across the Grand Canyon. I can hike up Mount Baldy at 10,000 feet and feel great and feel amazing. And one of the things that I dodged, the bullet that I dodged, and I fully believe this in my heart, was melanoma. Because when I first started low carb, guess what my body pushed out of? Right on the side of my neck. A little spot of melanoma came out. Haven't seen anything since. I get my skin checked every now and then. And it's clear. That was my future. That was the bullet I dodged. I dodged it. I'm almost positive. And if it's still in there, I'm sure I'm living longer than if I didn't manage it when I did. And if I didn't change my diet when I did. You know, I would have had diabetes like everybody in my family. I would have had cancer turned on like the human race does. When you're eating sugar, and wheat is a sugar burden to your body, when you have glucose load on in your blood, on your body, when we refer to sugar, what we're referring to is the sugar load in your body, the glucose load in your blood system, and your carbohydrates break down into sugar. When you have sugar in your blood and your insulin levels are too high, you have growth markers turned on. You are in a fat storage mode, and you're feeding that sugar to the big C. We all have it in there. It's whether or not we turn it on or off. And so you can practice epigenetics like I do and flip that sugar switch off. And you could do it by yourself. It won't hurt me to know that you're doing that. I'd be grateful. And come follow me in my Facebook group. It is the Holistic Weight Loss and Diabetes Solution for Women Over 50. Look for Lori Ballou. I keep forgetting what the name of it exactly. Check me out. Find me on Messenger. I have my regular Lori Ballou Facebook site, and come and join my private site, because I'm going in there now more talking about what I'm doing every day, the food I'm eating, the drinks I'm eating, what I'm doing specifically for my lifestyle, so that you can see the behind the scenes, to see what I'm doing to keep my disease genes switched turned off. Because I don't look at food as living to eat all these amazing things. I'm eating to live life with a brain that functions, without asthma, with no depression, with no pain in my body, with no inflammation that's noticeable in my body, in a state where I can grow muscles. I can grow muscles. I think I look pretty good. I'm excited I can tan. I'm building my solar callus, because we don't want to be afraid of the sun. We want to build up sunlight on our skin and build a solar callus so that we could collect D3 and correct the skin, so it's not sunlight doesn't cause cancer, skin cancer. Sugar inflammation and oxidation does, just as it does cardiovascular risk. It has nothing to do with the fat, but if you're eating fats from vegetable seed oils, those oxidize your skin, and that's part of the reason why people get problems with their skin, is because it's oxidated and more prone to damage, and so it burns more and it creates more hazards. And if you're putting toxic chemicals on your skin, you're creating more problems. And if you're putting them into your body, that's another reason why you're going to be having the big C turned on. We have to clean up and reduce our toxic load bucket. And those are things that I work with my clients. And it's not something you do in a day. This is something that you build up to as you become more aware. So first you find your food sensitivities and we correct that. And then we look at your Dutch hormone and your GI map hormone, and we look at your hair tissue mineral analysis and see what your first 4 minerals are doing. And what metals are brewing, how much metals you have, and which metals are actually predominant. and we're going to correct that. And then we're going to work on digestion and detoxification so that your estrogen can be detoxified correctly so that you can have hormone replenishment and feel amazing and feel young. And we're going to support your gut and have a healthier gut and digestion and make sure that you're detoxifying and that you're getting targeted supplementation to support your body where it is. That's how it works. That's what you want. So I'm so excited to be able to always offer this. And so my holistic low carb method is here for you. Come and have a health adventure strategy call. They're free. At this point, I'm not charging yet, but I am thinking about it in the future. Don't be afraid to talk to me. I am here for you. I'm just like you. I'm not any different than you. I am a woman that's over 50. I'm 61. We are all limitless. I am not going to hard sell anybody. I am going to present my program to you, find out what's going on in your body, and I'm going to I actually have to stop myself from trying to solve your problems while I'm talking to you because I'm trying to listen. And I can't solve your problem in the moment unless you join my program. And so if you have something that you need to correct in your body, let's run the labs. Let's talk. Let's find out what's going on. And then I can let you know how much weight you can lose. Most everybody will reset at 20 pounds. If you don't have a lot of weight to lose and you just need to reset your metabolism, and maybe you're more slender and you're not obese. I mean, I had to fight obesity. Some people have to fight obesity and we're well over 200 pounds. Well, you're going to lose weight faster. If you're under 200 pounds and you've already been on this journey, you're maybe not going to lose more than 10 to 20 pounds. But you're going to have the healthiest body that you can have so that you can continue to lose weight after you stop working with me. That's the goal. And this is the last time you're ever going to have to lose the weight because you're going to learn how to do it correctly and you're going to learn how to build muscle and you're going to learn what it all means to feel empowered to take back control of your life as a woman over 50. Reclaim the second half of your life for longevity, to reverse age your body so you can feel and look beautiful. That's what we want. And that's what this program does. It's not a diet. It's not even just a keto diet. It's not just that. It is the whole FDN dress process where we're looking at lifestyle because you can go on a diet and low carb might not work for you. It doesn't work for you because it could be a dirty low carb. You could have kept in the wheat. You could have H. pylori stomach bacteria. You could have detoxification issues. You may not have enough bile acids. Your gallbladder may not be functioning. Digestion stalled. Pancreatic insufficiency. Immune system stalled. Inflammation in your colon. All of those things we can look at and try to figure out what's going on to support you, the whole body, so that we can get you back together, healthy, back to homeostasis as best as your body can. And the only way to do that is not to diet and count calories. The only way to do that is to lower your blood sugar. You have to lower your blood sugar. And so this is a holistic low carb method because you lower your blood sugar. We reduce the insulin resistance, reduce the leptin sensitivity. These are the hormones that need to be balanced. We stop that ghrelin from making you hungry. It's time to stop those cravings. It's time to get your brain fog gone. Ditch the brain fog. Bring back your energy. Feel better than you've ever felt before. These are all things that happen naturally with my program that I guide you into. It's so exciting. I so love living my purpose. And this health adventure lifestyle that I've created for myself, my longevity lifestyle, is what I actually empower you to learn, to create your designed lifestyle that you want to have so that you're aging beautifully and adventurously your way. And so if you're ready to create that life and you would like me to help you implement that so that you can lose weight, feel radiant, and burn that inflammatory fat around your neck, your face, and your belly, then I'm here for you. Now, the best results are going to be my 6-month signature program. But if you just want a 6-week tune-up, I've got the food sensitivity test. It's the first step. It's the jump start. And it's my Slender for Summer program. 6 weeks. And if you let me know or tag me with this from this video that you're interested in that one specifically, I'll give you $100 off on that. Because I want you to have a special. I want you to feel like this is something that you can do that for yourself, for Mother's Day, for a special spring holiday, for your May special. Give yourself a tune-up. Get a food sensitivity test. Find out which foods are causing you inflammation, and let's stop eating them. I will work with you for 6 weeks to get this tuned up and to get you tuned into this, to give you that benefit so that you could get slender for summer and lose 5 to 10 pounds. It can happen pretty quickly when you implement this. Now, that is just a 6-week implementation step that you can do, my Slender for Summer special. And but get on a health adventure call. Don't be afraid. I don't push anybody. I'm a projector. I'm waiting for you to tell me you need to work with me, because I can only work with women who are in action, who want this, who want to reclaim their life, who don't want to be sick, who don't want to die, who don't want to have disease in their body. And ultimately, you get weight loss. That's what this is about. So you can live your best life. And so I think I'm pretty much talked about what I wanted to talk about today. This is pretty much my big why that I wanted to talk about more today, is my story and my why and how my program works and what you can do for yourself. Because all week I have been focused on, choosing your heart. And so this comes down to choosing your heart. Does life feel hard now? It's going to get a hell of a lot worse when you get a disease. And it happens to all of us because it is a lifestyle process. And it starts with insulin resistance. And you could follow Ben Bickman. He has information on this. Insulin resistance is the precursor to all diseases in the body. And it starts with the neuropathy and the sugar crash on your nervous system. Pain and inflammation from the food sensitivities turns into prediabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, oxidation, inflammation, and ends up with things like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, diabetes, all of those things, and strokes. So I am here to let you know that there's other options, that you don't have to choose you don't have to live the hard. You can choose to make the implementations now, reset your life, choose the life that you want to live, and stop the madness and the struggling now. And just, if you can't or don't want to, if you can't afford an investment in yourself, maybe you could borrow the money from somebody, or maybe you can get a gift for yourself because you're worth it. But you're worth an investment too. I invest in myself all the time because I'm worth it. Don't be afraid to get on a call and find out what it's all about, because I don't push anybody. I'm here for you. Let's build a relationship. Come join me on my private Facebook group and get to know me. Also, if you just want a 20-minute chat and one action plan outlined, something that I can kind of give you some energy. I'm going to give you energy into these lifestyle changes. That's how I work with this. I give you me, my lived experience, my certainty, my conviction, and everything that I am doing. That is my lifestyle, and I'm living my purpose. I'm living my dream. And I'm modeling this for you and your inspiration and motivation, because it's powerful. Accountability and having your hand held is power. When two people do this together, it magnifies the results. This implementation process, you can have it. It's yours. Just give me a call, DM me, and let me know. All right, guys, I think I've held you long enough on this call, and I am going to try to turn off YouTube and Instagram at the same time. Talk to you soon. Bye.